I had met Connie at one of the senior center meetings, and we talked about real estate, and I was considering selling my home. And she just came across as someone who was really professional and was easy to talk to. And that's, I guess, how it got started. I guess one of the biggest challenges, if not the biggest, was just the decision to move up front. And then the second part of that problem was, since I live alone, was being able to do the move and have a moving company help, which Connie was instrumental in also. The thing I was most surprised about in the experience was the speed and the agility that it happened. I basically had nothing to do except show up and sign some papers. And it happened very, very quickly, very, very professionally, and it was over basically before I even realized it was started. Well, Connie's group, I thought, really supported me well throughout the entire process. I was always kept informed. They give me updates as we went along, as they started to market my house. They spent a lot of time just coming over to the house and talking to me about things they would do and should do. And so by the time we did that, I was pretty well abreast of everything that they wanted to do. If I had one thing to say about the entire experience, it was the fact that when I was in Enid, and Connie called me that same day that they listed the property and told me they had 3 offers on the house, that was probably the most surprising thing that happened. I was expecting probably at least a week, maybe a little longer, before I even had the first offer, and I already had 3 that I couldn't even look at because I was 100 miles away. The other great part of that story, 2 of the offers were at list price. The 3rd offer was below list, but before I could get back to Oklahoma City, that 3rd offer came in, and this time they had upped their offer to above list price. All the offers were well qualified, and of course we took the offer that was over list, and a wonderful young family was able to buy the house, and I was very proud of that fact also. So yeah, that was the most surprising part of it. It was just how quick and how efficient that was, and how delightful it was to actually get offers that quick. One of the things that came out of my relationship with the Connie Williams Group was Connie had recommended a cleaning company, not a company, but cleaning ladies that she used at her home as someone who could help me keep the house clean. I needed that because I lost my wife almost 2 years ago now, and so they were a big help. And after my wife passed, not being able to cook or clean or any of that kind of stuff, I began to lose quite a bit of weight. And during that process, I was sitting on the couch one evening, and all of a sudden I realized my wedding ring was gone, and it hadn't been off in 56 years. And I panicked, of course. That ring wasn't worth a lot of money monetarily, but it was worth the world to me at the time. And of course I took the house apart as best I could. My vehicle, I couldn't find it. And so when Diane and her crew showed up at the house that following Friday, I mentioned to them, I said, I've lost my wedding ring somewhere, I think, in this house. I sure appreciate it if you could return it if you find it. That rocked and rolled along almost a year. And they came over to the house this Saturday morning after I'd already moved out. And they were doing a final cleaning so the people who bought the home would have a cleaner house to move into. And I got this text from Diane, and it was a picture of her thumb, and she had my wedding ring on it, almost a year later after I had asked her. So it also speaks to the quality of the people that Connie hires to do work for her as well. My overall experience with the Connie Williams Group was excellent. I was surprised, really. I used to be in the real estate business years ago myself. She added another dimension to that. It was one that I hadn't even experienced in the years that I was in real estate. It was just delightful all the way around. What I think stood out the most about Connie was her dedication to the job, number one, and I guess her care about the people she was going to be working for, which was me. She always kept me in the loop. She didn't bug me, but anytime anything that important happened, I knew about it immediately.